Hello friends, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. I found these cute little houses at Target and you get 3 of them for $5, but I was just pointing out that cute little chimney on there, and we're going to have some fun with that later. And I wanted to put on where, let's decide where to put the windows and doors. So I'm just kind of sketching it out. And as I did this, I kind of changed my mind. I was going to kind of make it more gingerbread, but I was like, no, let's do neutral farmhouse. So this is the house, and I'm going to just stain it, and we're going to have white accents. Just using that very nice antique wax. It works pretty nice. The edges are a little bit more difficult because it wants to just pull in that stain. But again, it's farmhouse, it's okay. And since when I went over it, I had to write on the windows again. That's all right. And I decided to just go with some good old acrylic black. That way it went on nice and smooth. Sometimes with the chalk paints, they can be a little gritty or a little more dry. So if you want something like, if you're going to do some line work, I just choose to go with plain old acrylic paint. Now this is what I decided to do the barn. So I'm making them different, yet they're going to go together very nicely, and I'm going to make it white. Who doesn't love a little white barn? It makes me think of a dairy barn. And touch up those edges. Now I wanted to add some, details to this, make it pop out a little bit. And so I have done this technique before, and it's using, just the little, you can call it really thin cardboard, or you can call it thicker. It's not really cardstock. It's kind of, they use it on the backing of things. And so I'm just going to cut out some strips. And then it lays so nice and flat. It's easier to work with than wood. And you just kind of eyeball it. You can press it down, bend it, cut it with the scissors, and just glue it with some white glue, and it works so nice. And of course, the big barn door, you've got to put an X in it. That makes it so nice and farmhouse looking. This turned out really cute. I like it even better than when I envisioned it. I love how this little barn turned out. And those cute little chimneys on there, so cute. Have you all been able to find these in your Target stores? I did find this. It was in the dollar section, actually. Now this is just going to give it a little roof line to kind of add some details and make it super cute. Same thing, cut, snip, glue in place. Now, does that little bare spot of wood, does that not scream it needs a wreath? Wait till you see what I come up with. Now, since this is kind of dry now, the black was dry, I'm just going to go back to the little house and add those little details and give it a door. And I'm accenting things with white on this one, so just going to do a quick paint job on there and glue it down. All right, here we go. Get that antique wax out. Make sure it's just about dry brushing. and just add on your farmhouse fun to whatever you like. It was neat because it was, as you're going over things, it almost looks like, when you're adding in the color, it just leaves it blank in certain areas, or, it doesn't pick it up, I should say. And it just makes it look so fun and pretty. And now I'm just using a paint pen to draw in the windows. That they needed some, white to accent. And of course, we've got to go with the 4 panes. And here I am making the wreath for that barn. And, that stuff you can pick up. I think I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, a big old round thing of it. And just take a little off, make a round tube, and just a little yarn on there. And just add little embellishments for the house, and you're good to go. And I considered even taking some white and, making that less bright, but I decided not to. It can still be a neutral color with just a little bit of green and red color in there. And we got to have a door. Now this is what I decided to do with the chimney. I wanted to use cotton, but I didn't have any. So I went with the tissue, and it works. And here we go. I think that barn is so cute. And the house looks so nice too. I hope you guys enjoyed this cute, fun little DIY. Easy to do, as you can see. Let's keep moving on. We've got more. DIY number 2. Okay, it's a trash to treasure, folks. I am taking a mouthwash bottle. We're going to make it into a very beautiful tree, and we're using all scraps and things that would be considered trash. I just kind of wanted to cover it up with some paper so I didn't have to worry about, the color of stuff coming through. And I saved egg cartons, because there are people in the area that, have the chickens and ask for these. But I decided to get into my stash and use these egg cartons myself. And you can see I'm kind of making a teardrop. And the large part will be on the bottom. And I did see someone make one of these, but they did cut them. So that's an option if you wanted to cut them, make them more perfect of round. I just wanted to see what this would look like. And so we're going with the neutral color, just leaving it as is. And just take your glue gun and assemble them down, make a row, and then go over the top, just like you could see here, and overlapping where there's a gap. And I've got it all done. I'm just kind of eyeballing things, looking good. And now we're going to go back with our antique wax, and we're going to add some of that. Using my big brush so I can, just get it in there and just kind of, make it quicker, but so it kind of goes where it's supposed to go, and I'm not super detailed on it. And then I'm just going to put some white on there. You've definitely got to dull that down with some white. And just adding more. I just thought, it needs more white yet. Now this is cute and all, but we've really got to add a little bit more. So keeping with that neutral decor, I'm just adding some of these little cream colored pip berries, and that still needed more. And so I got out my very pretty poinsettia. They happen to be red, so we're going to dull those down a little bit too, yet keep the pretty red. And these happen to have little stickies on there, but I'm going to add some hot glue anyway, so everything sticks really nice. And by the way, I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I'm pretty sure I paid 40% off, and they were $3 or $4 original price. And here it is, very pretty, neutral, Christmas tree. It just looks perfectly for the outdoors. Not like we're going to put it there, but all that was is a mouthwash bottle. You can do this, people. Isn't this great? Last DIY. Okay, another trash to treasure. So I've got my little tomato sauce can, and I'm choosing this Dixie Belle Cotton Mineral Paint, thinking all I have to do is one coat, but it still needed like 3 coats to really cover that tin can. And then I keep these little embellishments around. These are like something you'd use for, card making, but I thought these are perfect for little eyes. Because on the can with that ridge, it's a little difficult to make a nice round eye. So we're going to pop these on there and put some light in there in a little bit. And then I just got out my little popsicle stick and I just snapped it. I'm just making a rough looking carrot nose. And I painted it with some silver lining, kind of a light gray, and then added some orange to it. And just kind of eyeballed things to see what looked good. And it's like, well, it does need orange, but I didn't want it super bright. And once I found that I liked it, I just put some hot glue and popped it on there. And here again, we're going to get our lining brush out with the plain acrylic and make sure your paint is nice and fluid. Just pop on those eyebrows, and it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit when you're putting that smiley face, but just do the best you can. Mine totally is not perfect, but nobody really notices that when you're looking at the whole face. There is things that, I didn't quite get that right, but it's okay. And here's putting a little light, little white dots. And now I got these a pair of socks at Dollar Tree, and I put some fiberfill, and I'm just kind of moving it down, and then I'm going to kind of tie off the top and cut it. I'm going to give him a little stocking cap and just glue it down. A little bell would be cute in there, a little white bell or something. I didn't have one, but that would be cute. And I like that the sock has stripes. I think that was really cute. And I'm just going to take a little piece of it and I'm going to make a scarf for it. And I like how that little scarf addition turned out. And last but not least, we got to put some little cheeks on it. So I've got some very light pink and just going to put some pink in there. Now, I think if you gave this to someone for a gift, they'd really like it, you guys. Just how easy that was. And, if you make it, it's from the heart. So go ahead and give this a try. You can do this. A can, anything like that is, it's just cheap. It's using your trash and making it beautiful. Here's one more look of everything coming up. I hope you enjoyed my video. I thank you for watching and continuing to support my channel. Things are growing and I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. Thank you so much, my friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And until next time, keep crafting. Bye-bye.